So, you're thinking about getting your max cape. Nice choice. And maybe you're not thinking about getting your max cape yet and you're just here to check out the video. And if that's the case, thanks for watching, and hey, you should get your max cape. And if you're not sold on the capabilities of this thing yet, maybe you're not quite sure what it actually does. And if that's the case, let me tell you. The max cape is an item that combines the benefits of all the skill capes into one. That includes a total of 5 guild teleports, 3 different skilling areas, 10 player-owned house portals, including the inside of your own home, 5 spellbook swaps each day, immediate access to both a pestle and mortar and a bronze crossbow and mythograpple for agility shortcuts, an Ava's accumulator, a stamina boost, a holy wrench, faster HP regen, a light source for cave exploration, and even a ring of life in case you're bad at the game, like me. Now there are a couple more benefits not listed here, and they're all pretty minor, but you get the idea. This is the cape of all capes. Not to mention, it looks incredible. Seriously, Jagex, whoever designed this cape, give him a raise. Now you can also combine the cape with a multitude of other capes in the game for cosmetic purposes, retaining the benefits of the cape that you combined it with, but not the benefits of the max cape. Just a nice little flex, you know, I mean, you spent 5,000 hours on the cape, so you better be able to show it off wherever you can. Now, approaching a goal like getting the max cape can be daunting, no doubt. It takes the average player about 5,000 hours of in-game playtime to achieve, but don't worry, I'm going to try to show you how to get there both efficiently and with as little effort as possible. The purpose of this video is to talk you through what order I think you should max your skills based on the experience that I had. Now really quick before we proceed, if you're enjoying the video, I would really love your support. We're getting so close to 6,000 subscribers and I just can't thank you guys enough for it. Back to it. The first skills that you should be looking at getting 99 in before beginning your scaling journey is combat. Needless to say, combat is an essential aspect of Old School RuneScape, and the higher your levels, the easier time you're going to have doing different money-making methods that you'll need to do in order to pay for some of the more expensive skills. Now, as a preface, you shouldn't only focus on your combat stats to 99 before touching any of your skills at all. That is to say that if you're watching this as a fresh level 3 off Tutorial Island, go enjoy the game for a little bit, do what you want. This guide is for the viewer who's been playing for a little while now, maybe you got your first 99 or a quest cape and have maybe been toying with the idea of maxing for a while but just don't know where to start. So anyway, the order in which you max those combat skills is really up to you. But generally, when it comes to melee skills, strength should be first as it grants you higher max hits. Attack grants you higher accuracy with those hits, and defense, you guessed it, makes it harder for your enemy to do damage to you. Now of course you can choose to level these stats in a fairly even order, maybe 10 levels at a time, whatever you prefer, right? Personally I like to do 10 levels at a time, that way I kept it somewhat even, but I would always start with strength so that I would get the higher max hits when I was leveling. Magic and range are both extremely important skills as well, so make sure you don't neglect them. Now again, this isn't going to be an in-depth guide of how to level each individual skill to 99, I'll probably be making separate videos for those down the road. This is just a general idea of which order I think you should go in. So there are a lot of methods you can choose to do to get those skills to 99, but what I actually recommend is our first skill on the list, Slayer. Anytime you get an opportunity to train multiple skills at once, you should take it. Slayer is one of, if not the slowest skill in the game, and it doesn't even get very good until the later levels, and also gives you a variety of ways to train your combat skills while making a bit of money on the way. So I recommend starting Slayer and combat as soon as possible. If somehow you manage to get 99 Slayer before 99 in all your combat stats, it might be a good idea to switch to either Nightmare Zone or the new Gem Crab. Now, it is also important to keep in mind that farming is a skill that you should always be working on, as farming is a skill that is entirely time-gated. I recommend waking up every morning and starting out your day with a quick farm run on mobile before you take a shower. After you've done your combat stats, I recommend starting with woodcutting. Woodcutting is a fairly AFK skill to train, and with the addition of forestry allows you to gain experience in all sorts of skills from construction with the beehive event, hunter with the poachers event, thieving from pheasant control, fletching from ents, and farming experience from the sapling event, for a grand total of 5 additional skills on top of woodcutting. The experience here is minor, but on your route to 99, every little bit helps. Using an Infernal Axe will also allow you to gain some passive firemaking XP on your way to 99. After woodcutting, you'll move on to firemaking. If you saved any of the logs from your woodcutting journey, you can use those for XP, or you can spend time at Wintertot. An easy and super quick 99 that allows you to get a bit of fletching and construction experience on your way to 99, and you'll make a bit of profit from that rewards card as well. Now, once you've finished firemaking, it's back to the slow skills. We're going to move on to fishing next. Doing barbarian fishing to 99 is one of the best methods in the game that doesn't require tick manipulation, and will also grant you a small amount of both agility and strength XP on your way to 99. Anything to chip away at that 99 agility goal is going to be super helpful. Unfortunately, you won't be making any money going to 99 using this method, so if you'd prefer profit over agility XP, maybe look at Karambwans. XP is almost half as fast there, but you'll definitely be making some cash doing that to 99. So after fishing comes the dreaded 99 runecraft. There is no getting around this one. It's going to be a slow and painful journey, but if you look at the silver lining, you'll be making some fat stacks on your way there, and if you do blood or soul runes, then you'll get some passive mining and crafting XP that will definitely make those skills a bit easier when you get there. Now that you have 99 runecraft, congratulations, nice work. But you're not out of the woods yet, because agility is next. And if you manage to stick to Hallowed Sepulchre to 99, you'll earn some passive construction, thieving, and prayer XP from the various chests throughout the Sepulchre. On top of that, you should make some nice profit. Now, if you've managed to get 99 agility and runecraft without quitting the game at this point, it's time to get mining done. And if you've been following the guide up to this point, now that you've finished runecrafting, you should have gotten passive XP from that, and that should have just eased the blow on this one. But mining is super AFK, and you'll be making plenty of money doing just about any method in the game. Alright, and once you've finished mining, congratulations, you got all the worst parts of maxing over with. Now you can do a lot of the rest of these skills in just about any order you please, but I would recommend starting with construction and crafting, just so that you have the benefits of those respective skill capes. Construction giving you unlimited teleports to your player-owned house, as well as all the portals, is fantastic. Crafting for that super close bank is just, it's unbeatable, right? So I recommend doing those ones next. Once you finish those, you'll have burned through a decent bit of cash, because those are both very expensive skills. So it might be good to switch to something like thieving or hunter for a change. Both of these skills have great potential for profit and can prep you for some of the other Bible skills like prayer or herblore. Now speaking of which, if you haven't done prayer at this point, now is a good time to do so, as prayer is a great help in combat, especially late game activities. Alright, so looking at the skills we have left, assuming you've already done thieving, hunter, and prayer at this point, all you have left is herblore, cooking, smithing, and fletching. Again, at this point, it really doesn't matter which direction you choose to take, and a lot of it will depend on what methods you use for the previous skills, and if you have the money. I chose to do herblore and smithing first, as herblore is one of the most expensive skills in the game, followed by smithing, which has potential for small profit, again, depending on your method, and finally fletching and cooking, as they are both some of the fastest skills in the game to train. If you follow this order for maxing your account, I promise it's going to save you so much pain in the long run. I know I've said this before, but I can't tell you how many comments I've read on previous videos of people saying, man, I really wish I'd gotten those slow skills out of the way first because I'm so close to maxing but just can't bring myself to finish agility or runecrafting or whatever it may be. Doing your skills in this order will not only teach you patience and perseverance, but it will make the second half of your maxing journey feel like an absolute breeze. So, that's about it for the maxing guide, folks. If you've enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd show your support by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment about what you'd like to see next. I'd love to make it for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.